You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, guys and gals, we are going to talk about the New England Patriots. As we know, the Patriots are in just a free fall into oblivion this season. 1-4 could very well be staring directly at 1-5 after this weekend. And right there in front of everybody's face, in front of Patriot fans' faces, Belichick's faces, Mac Jones' face, is going to be one Jakobi Meyers. And he has come out and made some comments about exactly how little the Patriots actually wanted him. He left. He went to the Raiders as a free agent. And when you start looking at the numbers between Juju Smith-Schuster and Jakobi Meyers, it's just unforgivable that Mac Jones' best weapon, somebody he had a lot of chemistry with on the field, a guy that could get some separation and a guy that had very good hands, would be let go. And frankly, that's considering Jakobi's really just a really good number 2 receiver. Nah, Belichick, instead of getting a number 1 and replacing a number 2, got about a number 5. Got a team with a bunch of 3, 4s, and 5s on it, and they have done their young quarterback no justice. Well, it seems all of that is crashing down on Mac Jones' head, because there are Patriots personnel and players that are done with Mac Jones. It's just a wrap. Mac Jones's attitude, in my opinion, has been pretty unacceptable, and I know he's getting his brains beat out there and feels like that he doesn't have a lot of options and a lot of weapons, but you cannot let that shit out in the public. You cannot do it if you're going to be a franchise quarterback. Part of your job, whether you like it or not, is to eat some shit. It just is what it is. And you guys know I've been a big Mac Jones guy, and that team is a personnel dumpster fire. It's by far the worst makeup of offensive line and weapons in the NFL. There's no speed out there at all. No separation out there at all. And that's on Bill Belichick. But Mac Jones, as a franchise quarterback, you got to be able to roll with the punches, and now it is affected the way a lot of people look at Mac Jones and view him as a potential franchise quarterback. This is Yahoo by way of Andrew Callahan. I did hear this interview as well. Mac Jones hasn't completely lost the team, but a recent report suggests he isn't far from doing so. The Boston Herald's Andrew Callahan appeared on WEEI's Jones and Mago on Friday and reported that multiple New England Patriots personnel within the organization, including some players, have given up on the third-year quarterback. Jones has had a horrific start in a season where he's thrown more interceptions than touchdowns. He has 1,008 passing yards, 5 TDs, 6 interceptions. In the last 2 games, 3 of Jones's turnovers have gone for defensive touchdowns, and you can't be throwing the ball across the field the way he has done. He has made some monumentally entry-level mistakes. And I got to be honest with you. You remember when they said Sam Darnold came out and said he was seeing ghosts? I think that's exactly what Mac Jones is seeing, and I think he's shell-shocked. By the way, we're going to talk about Malik Cunningham in a minute. Quote, I spoke with someone just last night after the story came out, and we spoke at length. And that one person among, I would say a few, but probably many, because you can only speak to so many people, that is firmly out on Mac, said Callahan, like they're over it. They don't just think they don't think he's the answer. He's not someone helping the team. They know they're not alone in that. But 2 things. They're not a decision maker, and they also know that Bailey Zappi is not any better. And so that's where the Patriots are, is really stuck between a bad quarterback and a worse one. Yeah, they did go out of their way in this interview that I was listening to, and I don't know why anybody's bringing up Will Grier. I really don't. He's not the guy, okay? He's not the guy. So, who is the guy? And I can tell you, when they made this signing as an undrafted free agent, I was like, oh, that's very interesting. Because I like me some Malik Cunningham, and I did when he was in college. You guys know there's some criteria that I look for when it comes to quarterbacks. He has played a hell of a lot of football. And I do mean a lot of football, folks. That is his college games. Boy, that's a bunch of games. That's a bunch of games. In case you don't know, he played in 56 games in college. So he was under fire a lot. This is the guy that took over for Lamar when Lamar got drafted. Okay? And you can see right here, 70 TDs, 29 picks. So you've got about a 2.25 interception to touchdown to interception ratio. That's not good enough, okay? However, he's extremely mobile. He added 50 rushing touchdowns and 3,182 yards on the ground. Okay, so he is a dual threat. And I got to thinking to myself, how could they use this guy? Because they need speed, and this guy's got it. I mean, he's probably the fastest guy on the team, at least on offense. And I was like, how could they use him? And I pulled up this guy. He was my first thought, Antoine Randall. Does anybody remember the sort of Swiss Army knife that he was back in the day for the Steelers and the Redskins? And here's another guy. Some of you will remember. Some of you are too young to remember. Cordell Stewart. He was known as Slash, and he won a hell of a lot of games for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was 48-34. And he was a dual threat. He was one of the very first dual threat quarterbacks. And like a lot of dual threat quarterbacks, he struggled with completion percentage. But he was fast. And yeah, he only threw 77 touchdowns. In fact, he threw more picks than he did touchdowns. But he did a lot of that in an era where it was not like today. All right, guys still played defense. You couldn't just run across the middle without getting your head knocked off as a receiver. Quarterbacks were still getting killed all the way up to about 2006. And Cordell Stewart played in that era. And look at this, AP voting, MVP, 4th in the league. And then you had, let me find it. Then you have Cordell's rushing stats. He added another nearly 3,000 yards in his career and 38 touchdowns on the ground. All right? So that's just something to think about with Malik Cunningham. And I got to be honest, I think his passing would probably be better in this era than Cordell ever was. I'm not saying he's your starting quarterback in the future. I don't know that. But you definitely need a package or a couple of packages where you can get 8 to 10 plays out of this guy a game. If you get down inside the 20, bring him in and try to get in the end zone. I mean, something. Use him like Taysom Hill was used by Sean Payton, with more speed, way more speed. So let's get to Jakobi Meyers, because this is what he said also via Andrew Callahan, but this is from Florio today. The Patriots weren't all that interested in keeping Meyers. This is unforgivable. Per the report, Meyers told teammates and staffers regarding the Patriots only days before signing with Vegas, quote, "They don't want me." Callahan also reports that the Patriots weren't even the second choice for Meyers. The Patriots reportedly were split on whether to keep Meyers, and eventually, according to Callahan, Belichick was sold by others on the ability of free agent receiver Smith-Schuster. You got to wonder if that was Bill O'Brien. Meyers has 25 catches for 274, 3 TDs this season, in 4 games. Smith-Schuster has 14 catches, 86, and no TDs in 5 games. This has been a monumental blunder for Belichick and New England not to have kept Jakobi Meyers, and that is the fact that they're playing the Raiders. That is flashing red-hot neon signs in Patriot fans' faces right now with Jakobi, with them having to play Jakobi Meyers. And he's playing in a New England offense with Josh McDaniels. Makes it even worse. So it's bad. It's bad. Now, the one thing that's really bad for Bill Belichick, Robert Kraft loves Mac Jones. And I think Robert Kraft believes in Mac Jones. Now, whether or not he still does, I don't know. But he's the owner. And I think this time he's going to pick Mac over Bill after what happened with Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. I just don't think. I think Robert Kraft is going to be like, nope, I'm gonna keep him, and we're going to load this team up around him and see what the kid can do. I don't know. He may lose his job to Malik Cunningham. We don't know. Because I got a feeling there's something special to that kid, too. I just haven't decided, and I can't figure out what. But I'll be the first to tell you, Mac Jones has got to clean that attitude up. He's got to clean it up. You guys know I was big on him coming out of Alabama and into the NFL out of college. I thought he was going to be a damn good NFL quarterback. But, man, the Patriots have done him no favors. And now he looks bad. He looks bad because his attitude is bad. And I'm sorry, I don't care if you're shell-shocked as hell out there. Franchise quarterback, you got to keep it together mentally. You just do. It's part of the job. Tell me what you think, guys. Patriots are a wreck. Who's worse, the Broncos right now or the Patriots? I don't know. 2 Super Bowl winning coaches in both franchises. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.